World Environment Day is celebrated every year on 5th June. Why is it celebrated? It is celebrated to raise awareness and to take action to conserve.
ভাল পালো ৰঘুনাথ, তুমি মোক পুতেৰাৰ বিয়ালৈ মাতিলা। পিছে ৰভাখন দিবলৈকে আমলখি গছজোপা কিয়নো কাটিলা? আলহী অতিথি যাব, ৰভা নাইকিয়া হ'ব, বোৱাৰীয়ে ঘৰখন দিলেহি পৰাই। পিছে কোৱাচোন ৰঘুনাথ, আমলখি গছজোপা সহজতে পাবানে ঘূৰাই? মাতাচোন বৰাটিক, এজোপা আশীৰ্বাদ দিবলৈ যাওঁ।
Wonderful recitation. Now I would like to call Harshajit Mahanta to come and.
There's something each of us can do to keep the rivers clean, to keep fresh the air we breathe, and keep the forest clean. Over here to speak about something. But initially, let me not reveal about what something I want to speak here. I'm standing here to speak. I want to ask to you all who are sitting over here that for what are we here? We are observing something now, yes or no? We are observing something now? A day very important in our life, in a year. What is this day called? World Environment Day?
Yes.
You all know?
Yes.
You all have been taught in your studies also?
Yes.
So before I speak, what do you think what we do on World Environment Day? What you have been doing? What you have done till now on World Environment Day? Last year, last 2 years, 3 years, what you have been doing? Anyone from audience? Anyone? You all?
Plant the trees and plant.
Don't laugh, please don't laugh.
To plant more trees
To plant more trees, right? Okay, it was correct. And anything other that we do?
Anybody else would like to speak? What you have done right from the higher class?
Here.
If anybody would like to speak even from the lower class?
Stop waste to plastic.
Can you repeat?
Stop to waste plastic.
Why do you stand? Sit down. Don't stand. Plastic waste will stop. Leaderaj.
Brother, you are correct, but let me correct you that you don't stop to waste plastic. You reduce the waste of plastic. Use of plastic, okay? You reduce the use of plastic, so there is no plastic waste. We reduce plastic waste, okay? Anybody else?
We have Leaderaj here.
Why are you studying?
Awareness about environment and how to the measures to preserve it, to conserve it.
Okay, we spread awareness regarding the preservation of our environment. Yes, it was correct. So, you know that these were some of the...
Please don't clap now.
So, as you know, these are some of the steps that we take on environment. These are some of them, not all, but some of them. So, I think you all might be aware that we don't do anything without any purpose. You come to school, you do anything. You have a purpose behind it, yes? You need something from it, or some or the other you have a purpose. So we plant trees, we conserve our environment. We do many things on Environment Day for our environment, not only on Environment Day, throughout our year, throughout the year, throughout our life, we donate something to our environment. Why do we do this? There should be a purpose. Why do we do it? Can anybody speak? Why? Anything you know? From here, juniors? Anybody?
Repeat the question once again.
Why do we need to conserve our environment? We all plant trees, we all reduce waste. For our environment, for the conservation of our environment, why do we do this?
He will speak.
To save our environment.
For what?
To save our environment. Yes. Do you know importance of environment? Importance. Why is it important?
If environment will be not there, we will be not there.
Very true. Please sit down. Thank you. Thank you everybody who took part with me in my conservation. Now let me speak and let me put my opinion on these all. So we know that environment is very important for us to sustain, because anything that we need, humans need, or any organisms, microorganisms or any other animals that we need, anything that we need is coming from environment that we have or is coming from nature. For example, if we need oxygen to sustain our life, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Without oxygen, can we survive?
No.
So where do we get the oxygen from? All of you are correct. Plants, leaves, because leaf is a part of plant. Good. We take oxygen. Yes. Now we need water. We get from rain, river, lake, water bodies. These water bodies are in nature. Yes. So oxygen we get from nature. Water we get from. What we need other else? Food. Food to eat. We get from nature. Everything from nature. Not only human beings, animals also get from nature. Yes. Either it is carnivorous or herbivorous. Herbivorous eat plants from nature, and carnivores eat other animals. Other animals are available in nature, environment. Yes. So you can see that the environment is very important to us. Without environment, we can't survive. But now, because of human intervention, because in the last 20 to 30 years, we have seen quite development. Humans want many things, like here we are sitting in a building. This building is made in an environment, in nature. Yes, it is made. We want many other things from nature, but while we are taking things from nature, we are not giving anything to it now. So, nature is giving us everything, but we are not able to give, or we are not giving intentionally anything to the nature. So the nature is ultimately getting depleted. It is getting destroyed. So if the nature is getting destroyed, can we think that there will be life, or humans like you and me can survive here?
No.
So we need to save environment to save ourselves. Yes? Now how can we do this? Since for the past 2 to 3 years, because you are juniors now, you will know that you have plant trees. As many of you said, you have plant trees, we have reduced plastic waste. But will only planting the trees be useful? No. You will agree with it?
Yes.
Only planting the trees will be useful?
No.
What can we do other? We can save our water resources. Electricity. How?
By switching off the lights. By switching off the lights and fans.
When not in use.
Okay, by switching off the lights, fans, you can save electricity. Electricity is a man-made or natural resource? Electricity is natural? It is a man-made resource. We are talking about natural resource. So can you say how electricity is related to natural resource? Can you? If you can.
Because water.
Yes. Good. Water? Yes.
Because water is natural electricity. By the water source, electricity, natural electricity can produce.
This is it. This is it what we say because we need not only water. Yes, by water we can get hydroelectricity. Yes, it is also electricity. We get electricity from by burning coal, that is a fossil fuel, and we all know that fossil fuels are getting depleted or they are getting destroyed. We get electricity from natural resources only, that is like water that they say now hydroelectricity. We get from coal, we get from air, that is windmill. Okay? So all these are we are getting from nature. So if we are misusing electricity or if we are excessively using electricity, then nature will have to produce more. Yes. But now, see, understand, nature will have to give us more. But are we giving anything to nature now, presently? No. So nature tries to give us everything, whatever he has. But we are not giving anything. So one day, it will be vanished. If, for example, you have something like this boy has something, he has 10 chocolates. He let someone giving one, and one day he will be vanished. He will have nothing. The same is with nature. Nature is giving us. We are not giving anything. So now we have to give something to nature. How can we give it? By planting trees. Yes, by planting trees. But planting trees will not help. Because see, while we plant trees, we are planting the pre-planted trees. Whoever you have brought in the school, it is already a plant. It is already this much big. It is already a plant. Now you will open it and you will plant it in an open space. It will grow there. But where it was originally present, like at your home, it will grow there also. Yes. It will grow there. It will provide oxygen from there also. Yes. So we should not, like, yes, we should plant trees, but we should not put more emphasis on planting trees. We should put emphasis on planting seeds. From that seed, when a plant grows, then the motive will be successful. That yes, we have grown a plant. A pre-planted plant, like for example, a plant available in nursery, teachers I think you also agree, like if plants are present in nursery, nurseries are getting profit from it. So they will obviously take care of the saplings they have. They will take care of it, they will provide nutrients and whatever it is needed to it. There also the saplings will grow. There also they will provide. Now what is the use if we bring that sapling from that environment in which it was growing to our environment and grow it? Instead, if we plant seeds and produce a new plant, then it will be quite useful. Do you all agree with it? And like you all can see that our school is surrounded by plants, by trees, very much. Now here we bring one more a small plant and plant it. Will it be effective at that point? No. But if there is a desert, okay, or if a city like Guwahati where plants are not found much, there we go and plant, it will be useful there. Yes. Here we have, you have 100 rupees, okay, and you want to buy only 1 rupee chocolate. You can buy. But a poor who doesn't have anything, he is poor, we don't have anything, but he wants food. If we give to him, it will be more useful. Yes, it will be. The same happens here. We have plants. What will we do planting here? If we plant somewhere where there is no plant or scarcity of plant and trees, there it will be useful. It was with planting trees, now we can come to the water resource. We see that as principal ma'am also said in her morning speech, Can anyone recall what did she say regarding water in her speech? Can anybody? Regarding the conservation of water? Anybody? Or using it, okay? You are correct, but your English was a bit okay, it works.
That can be considered.
Yes, that can be
At least he
considered.
had the courage to speak.
Yes. And the most important thing is that he gave concentration in ma'am's speech.
Yes.
It was the most important thing.
We would like to come here and so that everybody can see this smart boy who is answering. One more chocolate. Very good. Yes, attentive student, attentive boy of our school. Thank you.
Example was given by him. The another example is that when we have any waste, a liquid waste or the waste that generally comes out of our home, what we do generally is we dump it. That means we throw it in our drains that is near our house. I don't think all, but in some of the homes it is done. They drain it in the drains. They dump it in the drains present near their homes. You dump it, you think that it is gone. The waste is gone from our house and we are hygienic, we are everything. But what about the water that is present there? You are throwing waste means it is not useful to you. Now if you are throwing it in water, will that water be useful to you again? No, that water will not be useful. But we all know that water is it is very important. Yes, because it is very useful in many of the works that we do. So now if we are destroying water, if we are depleting water, if we are polluting water, it is not going to help us. Similarly, from the factories or from the industries, the big industries, what they do, they use chemicals, you all know? Now when they use chemicals, the waste will also be chemicals. Generally the waste produced in the industries are liquid waste.
What was the slogan of the first World Environment Day? Yes. Priyam, I give the opportunity to him.
Only 1 hour.
Only 1 hour.
Absolutely correct. Only 1 hour.
He flies in helicopter, he uses Mercedes and luxurious cars. So Activa, he will not use Activa. You will agree? He might use. If he gets shocked and he uses, that is different. But generally he won't use. So what he will do? He will throw it. It is not useful for a money. But now if a middle class person has an Activa, it will be very useful to it. Yes? Because he can do his household work. Same happens here. We think vegetable peels are not useful to us because we can't eat them. But it will again be useful to plants because they have nutrients in it. So while we make compost out of it, we provide nutrients and we conserve our soil also. In this way, I have not covered every factor, but major factors that affect our environment, we can conserve it. And by conserving our environment, we can conserve our future because our future is dependent on environment that we. You think soil is important?
Yes.
Why? We are just walking on it. Soil gives us a surface, we are just walking. And when, for example, you get some soil in your hand or mud in your hand, what do? You go and instantly wash it. Do you like when mud or sand is in your hand? No, you don't like it. But still you think soil is useful.
Yes.
Why can anybody say?
Because if soil will not there, how trees will grow, and if trees will not grow, how we will get oxygen?
Yes, it was correct. So this says us that we should conserve our soil also. Because now think, you know plastics are made of chemicals. They are non-biodegradable.
Yes.
So when we throw it in our soil, what happens to the soil? The chemicals get mixed in the soil. Now if chemicals are mixed, same case. Recall the water case, okay? If chemicals are mixed, what will the plants and trees get from the soil? They will get harmful chemicals. If they will get harmful chemicals, can they produce nutritious food? Means can they produce good food for us? No. If they can't produce good food, will we get good food? If we cannot get good food, will we survive? So ultimately, while we pollute soil, whom we are destroying or whom we are harming? Us, humans. Yes. So for this purpose, we need to conserve soil also. Now what?
In 1974. No option.
Can you repeat the question, Roy?
Who was the host of World Environment Day celebration?
We need to conserve our soil in order to conserve our environment, our nature. So, shifting cultivation is also one of the measures by which we can conserve our soil. I have already spoke that soil is a very important resource for us. Now, how do we conserve using shifting cultivation our soil? What happens in shifting cultivation is that we suppose you have planted, you have a farming on a hillside or in a forest. Now you have cut your tanks and you have went home. Now there is left the residue of the crops. Now when you burn it,